Welcome. Is this my reality? Is this your reality?
What happened? These people are plotting to kill me.
Gilbert went missing after that 911 call. Her remains were found in a nearby marshland more than a year later. The police search for Gilbert led to the discovery of 9 other sets of human remains, the group now known as the Gilgo victims.
Are you like us? Have you always had a fascination with serial killers? Well, we're going to do a video about it, and if you guys like it and you want more, leave a comment down below. This story starts about 20 years ago. The Gilgo Beach serial killings were a series of murders between 1996 and 2011 in which the remains of up to 18 people were found in Gilgo Beach on the south shore of Long Island. Most of the known victims were sex workers who advertised on Craigslist. The case was also known as the Long Island serial killer, the Manorville Butcher, and the Craigslist Ripper. The victims' remains were found over a period of months in 2010 and 2011. More than a decade after the bodies of various young women began piling up around Gilgo Beach in Long Island, New York, a suspect has finally been taken into custody. If you like this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell. If you don't, YouTube might just bury us in a landfill in Staten Island.
Beach, and police believe there may be other bodies out there.
We know right now that they can confirm in the last couple of days they have found 2 bodies. We believe skeletal remains, one on Saturday, one today, and we're told possibly more.
There sure were more. It's hard to imagine, surreal in fact, that it's been 12 and a half years since I stood on the beach in the bitter cold. That was December of 2010. Now here we are in July of 2023, and I'm standing in front of the home of a suspected serial killer.
Rex Heuermann, an architect with an office in Manhattan, has been identified as the suspect. This New York architect was charged by a grand jury Friday with 6 counts of murder in connection with the deaths of 3 of 4 women who in death became known as the Gilgo Four. Rex Heuermann, 59, is also the prime suspect in the death of the 4th woman, authorities said. After his court appearance in Long Island, he was remanded without bail.
All right. I wasn't looking forward to doing this under.
Get this, Heuermann is a father of 2, married, a registered architect who has owned the New York City-based architect and consulting firm RH Consultants and Associates since 1994. According to his company's website, Heuermann described his work as general architecture and said he works for clients to resolve issues with the State Department of Buildings. He lived in the same house in Massapequa Park he was raised in with his 2 kids and his wife. This was also a few miles across the bay from the beach where the bodies were unearthed more than a decade ago. Burner phones and DNA get you every time. Investigators went backward through phone records collected from both Midtown Manhattan and the Massapequa Park area, 2 areas where a burner phone used by the alleged killer were detected. Now, after narrowing down the pool, they searched for a connection to a green pickup truck where witnesses had seen the suspect driving. Heuermann was often seen driving his brother's green pickup truck. Investigators then found Heuermann, who matched the witness's physical description, lived close to the Long Island cell site, and worked near the Manhattan cell site, where the other calls were captured. They also then obtained DNA from an immediate family member, oh, wait till you hear who this is, and connected it to the DNA discovered on a body of one of the victims. Based on this, the authorities were able to obtain a search warrant for Heuermann's Google results and watch as he tried to keep up with the investigation. This creep was, listen to this, the warrant revealed how Heuermann was compulsively searching for images of the victims and their families, and he was trying to locate those individuals. What the? They also found really disturbing content in his browsing history as well. There's a lot of torture, beep, and what you would consider depictions of women being beep, and being beep. That's a lot of beeps. Remember the DNA we talked about before? Well, guess where it came from? Hair believed to be from Rex Heuermann's wife was found on or near 3 of the Gilgo Beach murder victims, citing DNA testing. Really, dude? Brought your wife's hair to a murder scene? You can't make this shit up. Forensic labs were able to match with near 100% certainty the hairs in July, prosecutors say, after investigators recovered 11 bottles from a garbage can outside of Heuermann's house. He taunted them. The suspect in the Long Island serial killings used the cell phone in at least one of his victims to taunt family members and admitting to killing and beat her. Prosecutors alleged in court documents. Rex Heuermann, who was arrested Thursday on suspicion of killing 3 of the 4 women known as the Gilgo Four, made multiple taunting calls to the family of Melissa Bartholomew. Oh my. In one of the calls, he admitted to killing and beeping Miss Bartholomew, according to a bail application filed by the Suffolk County District Attorney. Investigators say they linked Heuermann to the locations where the taunting phone calls or other activity was made on Bartholomew's phone, as well as the phone of Maureen Brainerd Barnes, a 4th woman Heuermann is considered the prime suspect for killing after their disappearances. The FBI estimates that there are between 25 and 50 active serial killers in the United States at any given time, and that many of them have never been caught. Rex Heuermann, he's been arrested for just 4 of the almost 20 victims found in the marshes of Long Island. Evidence is pointing to him to being the killer in some of these cases, but not all of them. Was this the work of several sick individuals over the span of 2 decades? Did we only catch one of the perpetrators? Is there still a murderer out there? Be careful. You see, these people can seem normal to the outside world. This guy was married. He had a family. He had a good job. Yet he still had that thirst for killing. Jeez, it just creeps me out. Please leave a comment down below. Any other serial killers you want to see a video on? Let me know. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.